Hello everyone, my name is Shivdeep and I represent RVM Finishing School and Consultancy uh, as a mentor, and I am also the director of the firm. I welcome you all on behalf of RVM Finishing School and Consulting and taking your time out for this presentation. Now, before I start off with giving the presentation on the Financial Analyst Training Program, I'd like to tell more about the firm and about myself. I hold a MBA Finance and CFA Charter from Big 5. I have a work ex of around 9 years, worked with different companies prior to starting off my own firm, and that is RBM Finishing School and Consultancy. Now, coming to RBM, the agenda of the presentation would be telling something about us, why should you join us, FATP program, course content, placement track, and we'll end up with question and answer session. Now, since this is a recorded presentation, you can do the Q&A by calling us on the given the numbers that are on the bottom of the presentation, or you can mail us at info@rbmfinishingschool.com. Now, moving to the first slide of the presentation about us. RBM Finishing School is the first finishing school with complete focus on finance and financial services. Now, why was this kind of a finishing school kind of a name given to this institute? Because this name came into picture because we are into training of graduates and postgraduates in such a manner that they become industry ready. Now, what I mean by saying industry ready is what we have studied in last 15 years of our education is mostly theoretical part. Now companies are looking forward for an employee who can come in and be job ready within the shortest span of time, so that the cost of training goes down. So we try and inculcate our students with all sets of skills that are required to survive in the industry. RBM has been incorporated with a vision of providing training and consultancy service to graduates and postgraduates. Now, why should you join a program like an FATP or any other program that we have in our basket? As I told you earlier about the education system or about the curriculum that we have studied during our last 15 years. Was more focused on we were more focused on getting marks rather than understanding that subject to the core. So this is not our fault or the education system fault. This is how education is there in India and most of the parts of the world. So skill set is not developed while we are doing our MBAs or CFAs. We are trying to clear the exams and come out with flying marks. So what we normally do is read our books and we'll try to cram up things. This is like if I take for an example, normally people ask us about our grades and percentage. I could not find anyone who has come across. I have come across who comes and says, "Can you tell me something about marketing or something into finance?" The normal question which comes is, "How much percentage have you scored? What was your percentage? Have you got a job or not?" No one has considered about what we have learned during our last few years or our graduation or post graduation. Now, RBM Finishing School tries, and we at this place try and give you skill sets that are employed in the market. That's what company demands. And how do we do it? Because of the faculty that we have at RBM has an average work ex of 5 years or more. There's no one with less than 5 years of work ex in the company. The training, I'll take you to the training programs that we offer. Our training programs are broadly divided into 4 parts. Financial training and placement. We have an FATP program for that. We run certification programs for international CFA level 1 and 2, FRM 1 and 2, and NCFA modules. Coming to software side of business, we have 3 modules: SaaS based, MATLAB is only financial toolbox, and SPSS. On skill based training, we have modules like equity valuation, debt research, financial modeling, Excel basic and advanced, derivatives, technical analysis, VB, and macros for Excel. Now, FATP is a mixture of skill based training and certain other aspects. And I'll come to FATP program. The Financial Analyst Training Program is a flagship program of RBM Finishing School and Consultancy. This program is 8-week program, classroom program. And after your 8 weeks are done, we have kept 1 week for placement. The reason for the same is we revise everything in this time, and this time is dedicated for your placements only. Normally, the placement track, I'll come to placement track as well in the due course of time. In FATP, we start from very basics of finance. The first module is back to basics, where we talk about we cover balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, break-even point analysis, capital budgeting, basics of advanced Excel, and introduction to macros. Then we give you tips on secondary research. Module 2 is EIC framework, which is economy, industry, and company framework. In economy, we cover macroeconomics and parts of microeconomics. Industry analysis, we'll take you through different industries. Now, what we'll like to give you is insight of an industry. How does an industry function? What are the parameters that drive that industry, and what factors we should look for while looking at an industry? Company analysis, we'll be doing analysis on a company, wherein we would be trying and figuring out, knowing whatever we can know about the company. Then we'll move to financial modeling, which is like building dynamic models using Excel for equity valuation and projections. Now for projections, we will be using dynamic model. We will be working on Excel, which shows you something like what happens if my sales is like, I have projected my sales say will grow at 8%. What if this figure changes to 9%? What will happen to my cash flow? What will happen to my income statement and P&L account? So we'll be building a model such that if one parameter is changed, the complete P&L statement, balance sheet, and cash flow automatically change. This effectively will change the price of the security that we arrive at. At the end of the module, we will be writing a report based on whatever findings we have got from our Excel. Module 4 is debt model, which covers all aspects of debt model. I'll be training you on using Excel for debt valuation, like how to work on modified duration, Excel duration, and the other things. Derivatives and technical analysis is the next model, which covers derivatives. We cover future options pricing, option Greeks, and we'll go detail into Itolema and stochastic calculus part, wherein we study a little bit of Brownian movement, and we'll work on how to price a option. Then we move to technical analysis, where you would be knowing how to predict the future price of a security in short run based on the graphs. Module 6 is placement training, and this module runs from day one of the program. This cannot be done in a week's time or a month's time. This is a continuous process that will happen on a daily basis. I'll take you through the daily schedule of an participant of an FATP. We expect you to arrive at around between 9 to 9:15 on the morning, read the newspaper, and come out with the news, wherein you can give us your views on the news and the future outcomes. This helps you out in your communication skills, your speaking skills, and your analytical skills. Then the day, like we have a small break at 11:15, and then we'll have a lunch break at from 1 to 2, and a small break at around 3:15. We'll leave you by 4 and 4:30, and we'll give you time for yourself to read. We'll give you enough material you can take back home or to your hostel and read those material. We'll have a test on every Saturday or on Sunday. So for next 1.5 to 2 months, you will be whole and soul dedicated towards this course only. Now coming on to placement track, FATP enjoys a 100% placement track record. And this is not because we do something great. This is because the participants of the previous program they have worked as hard as we were working to get them placed. They listened to whatever feedbacks that we have to give. They improved on their skills, whatever they were lacking. So this success is because both of us were working. We were working as well as our students were working towards their own careers. We are mentors. We can give you direction or show you a path. Follow that path is something that you should be doing. And for this, we'll give you a feedback after 1 month and 1 week. And if you are not coming up to the the point where we want you to be there, we'll give you extra time. And as well as we'll try and figure out what is your requirement, what is that you lack into, and we'll try and build on those things. So that is the reason that the FATP batch is not more than 6 to 8 participants in any of the batches. This helps us to give one-to-one, more into one-to-one interaction with the students. I'll like to wind up the presentation. Thank you so much for listening to us for your FATP program. At the end, I'll just say for Q&A, as I already said, you can call us on the numbers or you can send us a mail on this. I remember I'll end up with the 2 quotes, one from Mahatma Gandhi, one from Walt Disney. Gandhiji said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever." This is what we basically follow. We'll try and make you learn so that you remember throughout your lifetime. Walt Disney, this does not pretend to any of the study materials or something, but this is very close to my heart, because it says if you can dream it, you can do it. Walt Disney saw a dream and he built that dream. Dreams are not built in a day, or destination is not reached in a day. We build towards reaching our destinations. So keep your long-term focus in your mind and start building it. There's a famous proverb in English which says, "Shoot for the stars. Even if you miss, you will land on moon." Now, at times, I have people coming up and saying, "Why do we have not reached stars? Why should we land on moon?" Look on the other side of it. If we land on moon, we do not have to travel to Earth. The distance between Earth and moon is covered. We can again shoot for the stars. The moral of the thing is, start making your building blocks. If your foundation is strong, the whole empire will stand straight. Thank you so much. Have a great time. Bye-bye.